Today we have a Maytag let me get in here and get a we have a Maytag dishwasher that the control panel several times gets corrosion in it because they don't have it sealed correctly around the edges and stuff. So to take this apart, you need two Torx wrenches, two Torx screwdrivers, a T15 and a T, don't know, 10? Can't read it. So start by removing these screws. And loosening these. You don't have to remove those all the way. Remove these up here. Two long ones go right here. So I think you only need one. I think you only need the bigger one if you do these sides. And I don't think you actually have to do these sides the way I do it now. I've had to do this multiple times. Hopefully this will still fix it this time. I believe that will give you enough space to just kind of pull that off. And then we disconnect it right here. And so there's your control board. And what it's been in the past has been corrosion right under this contact. So we'll go over to the bench and I'll show you that. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing these tabs down to be able to pull this connector off. I don't know how many more times I'm going to be able to do this. Okay. Usually this looks a lot worse than this. There's corrosion that's jumped between the two pins, but this time it looks clean. I don't know if that's... I'll tell you what, let's look at it under the microscope. I haven't done that in a while. It doesn't usually take very much between the two pins, like that right there, or that right there. But that's corrosion that's starting to occur. Right there. I'm going to try a little deoxit and see if it will do anything. A little deoxit and Q-tip. Could just be that it's time to get a new controller or panel. I don't know if there's a way to stop this in the future. You can see the corrosion's working its way in. Those look pretty corroded at this point. Those look very corroded at this point. Let's look at the other side. Not having a connection would mean a button wouldn't work, but what this is generally exhibiting is the fact that it is almost like a short between it, because like all sorts of buttons light up funny. It won't accept a button press, but it's more like because all the buttons are connecting together, then that. Like, I'm not sure if that corrosion is starting to happen inside and jumping across, like that right there. That's usually what I would find, is something like that right here, where there's corrosion on the top of this that's come over, and you can clean it off and suddenly it'll start working for a while. But this is looking more and more like this is end of life. Suppose what we could do is check for continuity across multiple buttons. Should have used my lint-free ones instead of regular ones. I wonder if it could be as simple as one of these pieces of lint that was left from last time I cleaned it. I think this is the third or fourth time I've had to do this to this machine. It usually lasts a couple, like 6 months to a year. When it was this control board had to be replaced under warranty. And same problem, corrosion, but the service guy, because it was under warranty, we had to wait weeks while he replaced it. Got, ordered the new part in and then replaced it. And this time, now here we are. I'm going to see it. Is that corrosion on the outside? Well, let's see what happens. Let's do a continuity check. Oh, shut up. I'm just basically seeing if it's any of these pins have any continuity to any of the other ones. Basically just holding it on one and then sweeping across the other will tell me whether any of those pins are shorted, and right now they're not. It doesn't, come on, it doesn't tell me whether they're making contact through to the machine. Okay, looks like there's actually like a little mark right here. I don't know whether that goes through. It does. It might have been me testing it before. We literally just had to we built this house and we had to replace every single or we bought all new appliances when we built this house, and it seems like that was a bad choice. I mean, we didn't have really a choice, but now all these appliances are starting to break at the same time. Not super impressed with Maytag. Okay, so now you want to bend all these tabs up just a slight bit. Very slight bit. So that they'll hold back into the plastic housing. Doesn't take a lot. Oops. Now, I don't normally use the microscope. I did today because it's much easier to show you. Usually I just use like optimizers or something like that to clean this and do all of this. So you don't need to have this big expensive microscope to do this. But it looks like none of those buttons are shorted and they all seem to be working. So the tabs go back into these holes, and that holds it. Now we go back. Okay, so we just cleaned our control again, and we're hoping that that was the problem. I want to take a quick look at if I see anything wrong. The wiring, this is the circuit board right here. There's corrosion elsewhere, there could be corrosion there. But usually it's just this. So we'll try plugging this back in and see if it works for a little time, or do I have to take the whole door apart this time? Okay. Make sure nothing's pinching in there. Make sure the screw's not going to hit it. Right there. All looks good. We'll start with that one. Oh, wrong one. 50-50 shot. You always grab the wrong screwdriver. It wouldn't surprise me that this control board's bad too. I haven't been super impressed with Maytag. We bought all Maytag appliances and we've had to repair the microwave, had to repair the refrigerator, had to repair this dishwasher multiple times, had to repair have had nothing but problems with the washer. The splutch went out on it, or not the splutch, the hub went out on it. Now possibly the dishwasher control board's gone on it. Just not the Maytag it used to be. Not the same company it used to be. And on top of that, some of this stuff is just ridiculously not sealing where an electrical box is, putting it right there where all the steam is, not having it sealed up. It seems utterly ridiculous to me that that's how they design and build something. It's planned obsolescence is what it is. I want a little cross-threaded, but it's just into sheet metal, so it's okay. Well, we'll see. We'll have to run it through a cycle. See what it does. It would get where all the lights would just start blinking weird thing. That's a good sign. We open it up. Well, maybe I think we have to go all the way down, like you loaded something in it. Then we hit normal and heated dry. Okay, it's working. It's all working. So there you go. There's the fix for this Maytag dishwasher. Thanks for stopping in. Please like and subscribe.